here. Ruth, I've always been here. I've never left you.
Holy Spirit, you left me. You left me. You were not communicating with me. You always send Sister Janet to me.
I've always been talking to you. But you see, you could not hear me. You could not receive what I was saying. Because our means of communication was captured.
How? What do you mean by means of communication? What was captured? Holy Spirit, I don't understand.
You see, your prayer life and your word study life, they are the principal means through which we communicate. And so if you let down your prayer life and you starve your word study life, it becomes difficult for us to have a conversation. So as much as I keep trying to talk to you, you cannot hear me. And when you do that to your prayer life and your word study life, you give the enemy all the opportunity he needs to invade your life. And that's why you are where you are. You cannot hear me.
Holy Spirit, but I tried to put a structure in place. I tried praying in the morning. I did like an hour. In the afternoon, I do 1 hour during my break time. And then in the night, I do like 2 hours before going to bed. Even sometime, I tried to do midnight. But it was not easy. Holy Spirit, it was not working. I was not consistent.
So you see, anything you want to do must always begin with me. You set out certain structures for yourself to pray, to study in your own strength. No. By strength shall no man prevail. It is not by power, nor by might, but by me, the Spirit of God. If you really want to build your prayer life, it must start with me. Whatever structure you want to set must start with me. Yes, you need to have structure. Structure is very important in trying to build your prayer life, because any prayer life that does not have structure will eventually become a prayerless life. And so you see many of my people want to build their prayer life and all they do is just keep praying without setting structure. It shows that they are joking. If you want to build your prayer life, you must be intentional about setting structures. You see, structures is very important.
Yes, but Holy Spirit, I did the same thing. I said structures. Morning, 1 hour, afternoon, 2 hours and 1 hour, evening, before I go to bed like 2 hours. But Holy Spirit, I was not consistent. It was not working.
The structures you set are simply copy and paste.
What do you mean, Holy Spirit?
You are simply modeling the life, the prayer life of other people. You know, those who pray 4 hours. Some people share their testimonies that they have spent 5 hours in prayers, 9 hours, 16 hours in prayers, and then you are setting your structure after that model. No, you can't keep up with that. You are just starting up. Don't be afraid to take your baby steps. Don't be afraid to take your baby steps. Don't model those who have been praying for many years. They have built their prayer life over time through constant fellowship with me, and now they can stay with me in fellowship for 9 hours. You cannot copy that. Start by taking little steps. Start with me. You can start with 10 minutes. You start 10 minutes with me. I'm there with you. You have that fellowship with me 10 minutes. I can assure you in a short while, you discover that you are spending 30 minutes, 1 hour, because you are fellowshipping with me. It's about fellowship with me, not about what you can do in your strength. I'm there with you. We are fellowshipping together. And before you know it, we are growing. You are growing to 30 minutes, not in your strength, but through fellowship with me. It's all about fellowshipping with me, not about how long you pray. So focus on how you can fellowship with me in prayer and in study of the word. Start little by little. 10 minutes today, 10 minutes later, 15 minutes the other day, and then you grow from there. I will be there to give you strength to be consistent because you started with me.
Wow.
And you see, one last thing. If you are really serious about building a lasting prayer life, then you need accountability partners.
Accountability partner? How, Holy Spirit? But I have you. Why do I need anybody?
Do you remember the war movie you watched recently?
War movie? Yes, I think I remember. The one where soldiers were on battlefield and one of the soldiers was wounded and the other soldiers helped the one that was wounded.
Yes, that's the one.
Holy Spirit, what does that have to do with me?
Because you are the wounded soldier.